Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Trying to find a place to put my headset for a second. Sorry about that. So, we're back. We're back with a really fun thing. Now, you might be like, why is it that the camera is back to looking like you're in a cave and you're homeless? And the answer is very simple. I just haven't adjusted the lighting yet. I know I'm going to have to, and I hate that idea. So I just got done rating. One thing can be said about Season 4. People are starting to forget tactics to try and do things like more DPS and handle affixes instead of doing mechanics, which kind of sucks. But hey, what are you going to do? So we did get something new. We did get the PTR build to drop. Now, what is in this PTR? As you might know, pre-patch. Pre-patch is in this PTR. And we are going to be getting a lot of things in the PTR. We're going to be getting some new elemental invasions and all that. And we're supposed to defeat all 4 elemental invasions, if I remember right, and you get an achievement. I'm not sure what you get with the achievement, but there's obviously going to be catch-up gear and all that other fun stuff. What we also know is there's currently a bug that separates the Rigalon achievement itself between normal, heroic, and mythic. Now, some people might be like, well, how do you know it's a bug? Because WoW said it's a new achievement. It's a bug because it's PTR. In fact, if you log on to the PTR right now, you will find many things are bugs, specifically a lot of talents. So, what I'm going to do as the super awesome Windwalker monk that I am, is I am going to log on to the wonderful PTR and go over some of the amazing changes. I really like it, and we're going to go over a few things and kind of discuss how PTR testing goes, how alpha testing goes, stuff like that, you know? So here we are. I'm currently on my little dude, and I'm gonna jump off because we're bugged. It says we're still in combat. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, did I get brought back? Oh. And I'm still in combat. Okay. And you have to go to your class trainer to pick up a role, even though it's... Oh no. Can I... So we're just gonna kill ourselves. Okay. We're just gonna kill ourselves this way. Very slowly. Very slowly. What if I turn around? Can you kill me faster? No? Okay. Do I have provoke? Yes, I do. Okay. You there! Attack me! Attack me! Attack me! Attack me! No, attack me! There we go. Okay. So now we should be out of combat, which means I can go over some of the super awesome, ultra fun stuff. Now, I do have Skada right here, thanks to a wonderful, wonderful friend of mine, or fellow raider. I don't know if you want me to call him my friend or not. So, there are obviously a lot of bugged talents right now. I can, like, just take this away, go here, go here, go here. Cooldown reduction of 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to apply these changes. Now, obviously, one thing that we can definitely tell is Fortifying Brew is not supposed to have a 2-minute cooldown base, but it does, because we took that. So it's got a 2-minute cooldown instead of the 3-minute cooldown that it has on live. So right now on the PTR, this is obviously a bug. You can do this. Obviously, you're not supposed to be able to do that. Right? You aren't supposed to be able to do that. Now, taking that into account, we obviously know that is bugged. So, here's the fun part. We're going to make a leveling tree. Okay, this is going to be the tree that you will use when you level your monk. You might be like, how do you know all this when I level my monk? Maybe I'm going to use something different when I level my monk. You can't tell me what to do. That's true, I can't tell you what to do. But I can, however, tell you what I would do. So we're obviously going to take Tiger's Lust, because why not? We're going to take Calming Presence, because why not? We're going to take Vivify Talents, and a lot of people are like, oh, you don't want to take Vivify Talents. You definitely want to take Vivify Talents. Now, we can take the extra roll. Heavy Air definitely needs a redesign. Like, this tree is going to be heavily changed. So we'll take Soothing Mist. You can take Roll, you can take Tiger Tail Sweep, then you can take Elusive Mist. I personally wouldn't. We're going to take Chi Wave, because why not? Then we're going to take Diffuse Magic. You don't really have too much of a use for defensives while leveling, because we're just going to completely blow through everything here, right? So we're going to go with Ferocity of Zuen. We're going to hit down Transcendence. We're going to get Fast Feet. We are going to get Dampen Harm. We don't need Provoked. We're going to pick up Ring of Peace so we can have Eye of the Tiger. And we need, what, 3 more points? So we're going to pick up the Interrupt because you definitely interrupt. We're going to pick up Chi Torpedo. And that's a talent that's just not implemented yet, but yeah, we'll pick that up. So then we go, 4% increased movement speed's kind of good while leveling. Escape from Reality, kind of. I mean, it's extra healing, but we're really going to go with Fatal Touch. Now, again, it's supposed to be 120 seconds maxed out, which puts it down to a 1 minute cooldown. But some of these things just aren't working right. So then we take Resonant Fist and summon Tiger Statue. Now we still have 1 point. Now, with that in mind, what do we want, right? What do we want? Do we want more avoidance? Do we want provoke? You know what? We'll go with an extra charge of roll, right? What are we going to do for the class tree, right? Because what do we want to do with the class tree? And this is going to be very interesting. Because we have access to both Ascension and Power Strikes. That's definitely increasing our Chi generation. We're going to update some of our badass skill set. Ooh. I'll take Glory of the Dawn. Open Palm Strikes, probably not an amazing ability just based on how much damage our thing does. So we're going to go over here. Now, Meridian Strikes could be very useful. You want to get that Touch of Death out there a lot, but you're definitely taking Chi Ignition so you can hit up Strike of the Windlord. You have to take Flying Serpent Kick. We're going to take Serenity and then down to Inner Peace, which will give us even more Chi generation. Now, we can pick up some AoE with Mark of the Crane, Shadow Boxing Dreads, which would be a big boost to our Blackout Kick damage, but instead we're going to pick up Teachings of the Monastery, Drinking Horn Cover, Invoke Zuen. and we do still have some points. We could pick up Hit Combo or Dance of Chi-Chi. But instead, we're going to go down here for Mark of the Crane, then pick up Shadow Boxing Treads. We're going to go with Zuin's Bond. Then we're going to hit here for a couple extra Rising Sun Kick damage. And we're just leveling in the overworld, right? So we're going to pick that. Now, what this does, and the reason why we went here instead of where we would obviously go if we did something like a dungeon build, is because this gives us more stuff to do. Right, and you're going to see this here in a second. Yeah, you know, we reduced the cooldown on Zuen, we reduced the cooldown on Serenity, or we keep Serenity going. Yeah, we keep Serenity going. We have Teachings of the Monastery, which seems to be buffed and is no longer the super nerfed version. And now you might be like, oh, well, why not? Why not pick up Dance of Chi-Chi if you're picking up Mark of the Crane? You know, because we're not really too focused on getting AoE here. Because, yeah, some people be like, well, you're leveling, you want AoE. Not really. So, we're just going to test out our DPS here, right? Now, it is a little weird to get this right, but we're going to try. Now you might notice I'm not really too worried about anything to do with the Covenant ability or anything like that. That's because I don't think we're going to have the Covenant ability. So why would I change my play style to kind of play as if we had it? Now, if you also see, I've got, you know, relatively decent DPS right now. I've got around 22k. You can figure, okay, that's going to be my burst. I am only level 60, and I am in a lot of gear. But, you know, whatever, it's a thing. And as you can also see, I have Expel Harm, even though I didn't talent into it, obviously a bug. And thanks to my buddy giving me Skata, we can look up how much damage certain abilities did. So I've got to go get whacked by this guy. We did relatively okay. You know, like I said, this is going to be us when we're leveling still, so we're going to be a little overpowered for a few levels, but that's fine. So, Rising Sun Kick did a ton of damage. Your average hit was 36,000. So that's 26k. So we're going to go, our minimum hit was 22k. So that's fine. Our crits were anywhere between 55 and 65. You might be like, well, we have the talent that increases Rising Sun Kick's damage, so why were some of them lower? The answer is Glory of the Dawn. That's right, Glory of the Dawn was actually hitting harder. Because as you can see, we don't have Glory of the Dawn here. Oh, no, wait, we do. Glory of the Dawn did only 3k. Blech. That needs buffed. Rising Sun Kick's damage. Was he resisting it? 22k. Why is it 22k? Okay, hang on a minute. Well, now I need to get killed again. Might have just found another bug. Yay. So always fun, right? Let's take off Rising Star. We've got to put the talents in other places. So this is probably more what it would be like. Like, I really like this tree. I like what Blizzard's doing. Now let's see how much Rising Sun Kick hits for. 23k. Are you kidding me? 22k. Okay, so that talent isn't functioning. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go here, we're going to open up the bug report, and we're going to say that Rising Star in row 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Rising Star, Windwalker talent, Rising Star in talent 8-5 is not increasing the damage of Rising Sun Kick. And seems to not function at all. Okay. So that's kind of a pain in the ass. Because Rising Sun Kick's really good. But, that aside, we can also look here and figure out how hard this hits for. So at current tuning, yeah, so at current tuning, the Zune statue hits for my tiger statue. Yeah, the Zune statue hits for about 5k without crits. So you're looking at what, it's going to hit 15 times, so you're looking at about 75k every 3 minutes. Which isn't bad. It's about as much damage as you get out of the Chains trinket from Jailer. So I would keep that in mind. And then I would also have a look at, you know, it's essentially just a free thing, and that's 5k each, right? So in AoE situations, that's going to be a huge increase. But this is essentially all I wanted to show you guys. We are looking pretty good. Now, keep in mind, all the numbers can easily change, but this is just like a general rule. There is some really cool stuff that you can do with the UI, but I think I'll probably cover that later. I don't really like looking over a lot of stuff, and I just got done with Raid, man. And it, ooh, man, when people are like, hey, so about how you went and decided to prioritize getting a buff over doing the fight, can you not? But, you know, other than that, I think that right now, the current design for Windwalker, which is just being able to do a lot of stuff and having a lot of cooldown reduction, will be fine. Right, you're essentially going to be able to get Zune down to maybe a minute and a half cooldown. You're also going to be getting Serenity, you know, probably down to a minute. You're going to end up in the Warrior, I think the Fury Warrior or whatever, situation where you have a lot of cooldowns and they're all on really short cooldowns. And I'm ready for that. I am definitely ready for that. I am ready to stop being like, we don't do damage outside of our cooldowns. I felt that so much today because we were doing heroic Anduin, and of course, Rockin is a Windwalker monk. Even though at one point it's like, maybe I should go healer, and then the raid leader's like, no, people just need to stop fucking up and do the fight. Yes, I still have my G Fuel here. Okay, awesome. I got some fucking G Fuel for the upcoming releases, man. I'm psyched. I'm drinking about one thing of G Fuel a day because I'm fat and I don't need to die, especially from lead poisoning. But I'm ready. I'm okay with where the classes are. If you guys want to hop on the PTR, hop on the PTR. But I encourage you to submit as many bugs as you find. I've already submitted the bug about not being able to leave combat. It's just a thing. I've submitted the bug about the Touch of Death talents, the Fortifying Brew talents. You know, I've done my part in that way. I'm actually testing stuff. When it comes to the events and everything being added to PTR, I'm not going to do them. I'm not. I'm going to let all the other fun people do it. If it's going to be like a speed leveling thing, that's probably going to be something for Des to do. Because he does speed leveling all the time. If you are looking at what's going to be the top DPS, I highly suggest that you don't look at anything. If you are one of those idiots that's like, no, you don't understand. They wouldn't. Listen. They wouldn't put PTR up because once they do that, there's no more talent changes. There's no more once it goes on to PTR. Fucking idiots, man. Like, these guys are, like I said in my last video, these guys are the same dudes that will call like gear swapping Mythic plus autistic while at the same time doing maybe a +5. And it's a sad reality. I want to know what you guys think in terms of what your favorite class is. You know, you can look up the gear from the next expansion, which is probably the next thing I'm going to do, to try and look up what some of the trinkets are for pre-raid. I mean, there's going to obviously be things like inscription trinkets and that I don't have, but that's fine.